When you think back on all that transpired over those 2.5 weeks back and forth, what was your favorite moment?
Favorite moment? Well, the fact that it was 7 games. Players will tell you, we've dreamed of playing in a Game 7. Well, you'd rather win a little bit easier because it's for the Stanley Cup, and that's your dream as a kid, to hoist the Stanley Cup. Certainly, I was fortunate enough to do that a few times. Favorite moment is probably Game 7, watching the St. Louis fans celebrate and on the edge of their seats, anticipation, can our team win their first Stanley Cup championship in over 51 years, their existence of 51 years. So to me, this is what it's all about. It's about the fans. It's about them wanting to root for their team and to see a team win it for the first time. You can't be more happy for a group of fans in St. Louis. They're diehards, and boy, were they excited to see the St. Louis Blues finally hoist the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Never won a Stanley Cup Finals game. I mean, I know they went there early on in the expansion division where they went a couple of times and lost, and certainly didn't even win a playoff game or a Stanley Cup Finals playoff game. But for me, the jubilation of the fans is what it's all about, and that's my memory of winning the first cup in New Jersey when we won in '95, was just looking at the excitement, the tears, the passion from your fans, because they are part of your team.
Yeah.
They're the ones who bleed your colors. It's fantastic.
And I would agree with you. My favorite moment was one fan in particular, Layla Anderson, 11 years old, battling a life-threatening autoimmune disease. And we heard about her a lot during the Stanley Cup playoffs, but there was one moment in particular that stands out. It was right before Game 7, and her mom shared this video. Check it out.
All right, if you could watch the game anywhere in the world tomorrow, anywhere in the world, where would you watch your boys play Game 7?
Boston.
What if I told you the Blues called and they want you at the game?
What? How?
Doctor said it's okay.
No, he didn't. Mommy, no, he didn't. Oh my God. I'm going to Boston. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love you.
I love you too.
I mean, right there, it doesn't
bring
touch your
tears to-
heart more than that.
That doesn't bring tears to your eyes.
Oh, my goodness. And so to see her not only have the opportunity to go to Boston, to be there, to cheer on her boys, as she calls them, in Game 7, and then be on the ice. I know we're going to show that a little later in the show, but man, what a special experience for that little girl and for the entire Blues organization.
They're number one fan, and they really rallied around Layla. And what's fantastic about sports and human interest stories, and someone like Layla, who was dealt unfair cards, shall we say, right from the start, to see the excitement from her, and the Blues players so sincere with how much they wanted her there and care about her, and it all ended well. They won the Stanley Cup.